Hello there YouTube, Elite Legionarii here, bringing you another 10k 1 vs 1 for Medieval 2 Total War against the Feudal Lord, another fantastic player for Medieval 2. Much like the last game I had against him, very quick pace. As you can see, it's actually not even quicker than last time, so I'm going to have to pause it as I've got it now so I can outline what's going to be in the armies. So I'm playing as Russia, and he's interestingly using the Papal States, which not many people use. Anyway, I've got 2 units of crossbowmen up the front. This is for support and for a meat shield. They're crossbow militia, so they're not expensive and they're pretty expendable. My army's mostly a rush army. Actually, no, it's not a rush army. Okay, I forgot, it's been a wee while since I did this one. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of dismounted boyar sons. I believe I had some dismounted, I think I had... Let's see, I had some spearmen. I know I had 2 spearmen. I think I had 2 dismounted vor. Dismounted vor are a very good unit because they're as good as boyar sons in a melee fight, and they're good archers, so it's a very good unit. I had 3 Burdishaksmen, and I have 5 units of Druzina or Drushina, depending on how you want to pronounce that. The Feudal Lord has, let's see, he's got dismounted men at arms, Papal Guard, dismounted men at arms, Papal Guards, a couple of each of those, 3 each of those, 4 each of those in the front line, Italian Spear Militia on the flanks, General's Bodyguard, and men at arms for Cav. I think that was a high period 10k game actually, which is always quite fun. So let's begin. So we're both pretty much just going to rush. I've got a little bit of skirmish if I need it, but it's a rush basically, so I'm off to rush, and I might just skirmish him out a little bit, like try and pump a few shots into his troops before he rushes me, but that's fine. Now what I've done is I've actually kind of hid my spearmen within my infantry ranks just to try and hide their existence from him. I don't think he'd fall for it, but maybe he would, so that when he attacks over here, I can pull my spearmen out to assist. So he's pulling his cav very wide, and now I see an opportunity to get them while they were rushing in the side there, after the side there, so I immediately do this. This should give me the advantage in the cavalry fight. However, he pulls off a unit of Italian spearmen very quickly. That worked out very well. So he's doing very well. It's a very even fight. Over here, right, I'm going to try and keep up with this. Now my Druzina get pretty caught out by these men at arms and lose. However, he charges me over here, and my spearmen are right there in the way. But he's got his own spearmen, so that's pretty even really. However, I still got my guys in here. The infantry fight is going my way for the most part. So Russian boyar sons are not great, but then again, men at arms are not particularly flash either. And I'm able to basically hold them up with some of my Druzina here and toss a Burdishaksman in the way, and I disengage. So what I'm going to do is try and stall them over here, and I think I take this unit right around to try and get hammer and anvils. Over here, he gets round behind my line, but I do manage to save one of my guys to face it. Now these are spearmen he's charging, but he does hit my flank, which is really bad. But I'm able to put my Burdishaksman into the back of his men here, and I got my cav over here. So he kind of won this side, I won this side, and I managed to get a little bit more decisive charges over this side and completely cave this side in basically, whereas he has not caved this side in as easily as he would have liked. My reserved Devor have turned out to be kind of a nuisance for him because he can't get into my back line, and they're pretty good in a melee fight as well, so that worked out quite well here. Let's get a pretty good charge there, which will help him, but not really enough weight on that unit left to be that effective. So here he's pulling in his Italian spear militia here, and I get a pretty neat charge into the back of his guys here. So very fast pace, again, both of us very aggressive, very much are both our styles, and kind of tricky to commentate it when there's this much going on. But basically, if you can win the cavalry fight fastest, you should be able to win. So I won it slightly quicker than him on this flank, but he won on this flank, but I had better defences to stop his hammer and anvils on this flank, whereas he did not over here. So as a result, I was able to pull units off around here and get the numbers down and combine my cav strike to be able to defeat him. But this could have been very up in the air. However, I probably had slightly better infantry. Well, I had armor piercing, so which gives me an advantage. Just men at arms have got more stats, but I got armor piercing, which is very effective. So again, very good game, very close one. It says it's clear, but I thought it was pretty close, to be honest. That really could have been on. I won the Cav fight a little sooner than he won. Then he won his part of it, and that basically was the reason I won. So I get 581 with 94, so that's just short of 700 altogether, and he's got 486 with 19, so he's got about 500. So if we look at the stats here, my Dracaena, very well. They're a good Cav unit in this stage of the game, and that's, high period. And they're a fun unit to use. They give the Russians quite a bit of power in the high period. They're a fun unit. They dismounted Boyar Sons. They did very well, as you can see. They're not really a great infantry, but they do have armour piercing, and because he was using men at arms, they could do pretty well. The British Axemen, they don't do a whole lot. Add support and a bit of outflanking. They're a two-hander unit, so they do get glitchy, but they can be used very effectively if you know what you're doing. The Spearmen, good support there to slow up that Cav fight to the degree I needed it to. And my crossbow militia with a bit of a meat shield, slow down its charge, and the dismounted Vor didn't really do that much, but it took a few losses because it shielded out that cavalry. But because it did that, my back home, my main infantry was relatively safe. So very close one, really could have gone either way, but went my way because I got a bit more quicker work with the Cav on the right, on my left, and he did on his left. So great game to Feudal, and I'll have another one versus him, which will be a 2 vs 2 next. So again, if you see Feudal online, inquire a battle of him because he's a very good player and a good sport about it too. So great game to Feudal, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you soon next time.